Welcome to Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp.
And I'm Melissa Delp.
Today we're looking at a prototype of Vadoran Gardens. Vadoran Gardens is a 2 to 4 player game that plays in about 20 to 40 minutes. It's a card placement game from the City of Games. Now this game won't have its own Kickstarter. It'll be part of the reprint for the City of Kings, and that game's also coming with an expansion.
Well, in Vadoran Gardens, you're playing as acolytes who are trying to complete tasks as they explore the Vadoran Gardens. Whoever can gain the most points by playing their pathway cards the best will win.
Let's look at the prototype components. There's garden cards, lesson cards, achievement cards, custom meeples, and tools.
We're going to be giving a general overview of the game and then some of our thoughts at the end. At the beginning of the game, 2 lesson cards are revealed and a row of garden pathway cards is laid out by each one of them. Players are dealt a hand of pathway cards.
Throughout the game, you'll be reserving cards in the market and then placing one of the 4 cards from your hand into your own play area. You can only play a card that matches the active lesson.
There are specific rules for playing the cards. The icons must face upward, and when you place a new card on your path, it has to cover 1 to 3 squares in the last column of the rightmost card. Another rule is that your garden may never be more than 5 squares high, so I couldn't place a card like this.
You're trying to connect areas of either green, blue, or brown. Yellow doesn't score any points. The only way you'll score an area is if it has at least 3 of the icons for that area. So at least 3 animals, statues, or flowers. At the end of the game, you'll get 1 point for each connected square in a scoring area. And you can score multiples of an area type. You're not just limited to your largest.
You can also pick up lost items when you place certain cards in your garden. These items can be turned in for points at the end of the game if you have a matching location for it. Another way of getting points is by connecting a 7 to a scoring area. That's an extra 7 points.
During the game, you can also try and complete task goals. There are 3 random goals assigned at the beginning of the game, 1 for each color, green, blue, and brown. They could be things like get 4 of the same statue in 1 scoring area, or 5 different flowers in 1 scoring area, or 2 of the same in 2 different scoring areas.
As far as the scoring goes, I think you need to obviously try to complete as much as you can, but then also diversify, not just hone in on one type, because you're wanting to get the different types of special scoring, also picking up those items for bonus points and trying to really use those 7s and be able to capitalize on those points. I personally enjoyed trying to figure out the puzzle of which cards to put into my path.
Yeah, you have to make sure you're laying the correct card, or even cards, because some of the lessons require you to lay 2 cards. Some are horizontal and some are vertical, and that can either help you or hurt you.
Yeah, you also have to pay attention to what other players are doing, how they're trying to complete their paths, because those goal cards, whoever completes that goal first is going to get more points. So someone could slip in right before you and complete a goal. There's also the cards that are in the market area. Someone might take that one card that you need to complete your area. So you have to be flexible and potentially change your plan even in the middle of the round.
The colors are clear and I like the illustrations. The animals are super cute. One thing I did want to mention is the name of Vadoran Gardens on the box cover. At first glance, that might not be the word you come up with. I know they're trying to connect the font to the icons in the game, but it could be confusing for some people.
So when I first saw this cover with this super cute little, I don't know, fox-like thing on it, my first thought was filler game. And that's what most people have thought when they've seen it. They're like, oh, so cute, I want to play it. But the game is actually much more thinky than the box cover suggests. And most of that is due to the rules and limitations for placement and scoring. I think maybe if there were some player aid cards that would help new players kind of visualize and remember all the different restrictions that they have when they're trying to place their cards and what's going to score or not score. We had a few friends playing and they were really racking their brains trying to figure out not just the next card, but cards down the line of
Yeah.
how they could puzzle it together. So I think they did enjoy the game, but it was much more mentally heavy than they were expecting going into it.
Yeah, so if you enjoy games where you're connecting areas together like Zigzag or King Domino, then check out Vadoran Gardens that's connected to the Kickstarter for the City of Kings reprint. Also going to have an expansion.
In Vadoran Gardens,